Hey guys, welcome to SS Multimedia. I'm Krithika Balakonda, and today we are going to be doing number lines and equivalent fractions. Our objective for today is understanding number lines and equivalent fractions. Let's get started. Our first question is place the following fractions on the number line below. I have these fractions highlighted, and I also have them written down right here. The first two fractions, so basically these two, they are negative fractions. The other two fractions, these two numbers right here with the addition sign, they're positive numbers. So basically subtraction means negative, addition sign means positive. So what we want to do first always is we want to have a common denominator. So we are going to just put away the negative signs and the positive signs, and we're just going to use two numbers, 1/4 and 1/2, because we have two 1/4 and two 1/2, so we're just going to use one of each. So here we have 1/4. And here we have 1/2. And 1/2 is more than 1/4. How we know that is we just need to get common denominators first. So the least common multiple of 4 and 2 is 4. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4, and 1 times 2 is equal to 2. So now we have 1 times 4 is smaller than 2 over 4. The basic rule of finding least common multiples of a fraction is whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. So now we know that 2/4 is bigger than 1/4. So now we know that 2/4 is bigger than 1/4. So we can just fill out the positive numbers, which is to the right of 0 normally. 1/4 is smaller than 2/4, so 1/4 comes first. And since 2/4 is bigger than 1/4, next we have 2/4. But now it's different for the negative numbers. For the negative numbers, the usual rule is that the bigger number is usually smaller than the smaller number. So that doesn't really make sense at first, but if you get some practice in, it's going to be really easy. So suppose we have 1/4 and 2/4. But we have negative 1/4 and negative 2/4. You know how basically negative 2 is smaller than negative 1? This is the same rule that applies over here. So basically, let's just take out the denominators. Let's just cross off the denominators and just have negative 1 is more than negative 2. That is because you always have 1 next to 0. So we have a 1 on the right side of 0, and we're going to have a negative 1 on the left side of 0. So that's a simple rule that we're going to be following. So the really important rule of fractions is negative fractions is that the smaller fraction is usually larger because it has a negative sign in front of it. So I really hope you understood what I was trying to explain. So basically, we have -1/4 and -1/2. Since I said that smaller numbers, or the smaller numerator, is bigger than the bigger numerator, which is 2/4, we're going to have -1/4 first, because it is bigger, and -2/4. So those are we filled the number line. We placed all these fractions on the number line below. Let's go to the next question. Now we have another question that applies placing fractions on a number line. Place the following fractions on the number line below. So let's just highlight these fractions. And let me just write them down. So now that we have the fractions written down, we're just going to apply the same rule that we applied for the first questions. But for this question, we don't just have fractions. We also have whole numbers and integers. This is a natural number, 1. And this is an integer, -1. So we already know that 1 and -1 are bigger and smaller than 1/2 and -1/2. So let's just place 1/2 and -1/2 on the number line first. We know that 1/2 is smaller than 0. So we're just gonna write 1/2 over here. And we know that 1/2 is bigger than -1 because it's a negative fraction. So we're just gonna write -1/2 right over here. And now we have 1 and -1. We know that 1 is bigger than 1/2. So we're gonna write 1 over here, and we know that -1 is smaller than 1/2. So we're going to write -1 right over here. Now that we filled the number line, and placed all these integers on it. Let's go to the next question. Our third question is a number line again. These are the fractions that we are going to have to place on the number line. So I'm just going to write these numbers down. So first we're just going to do the positive numbers right over here. The positive fractions are 3/4 and 5/4. We know that 3/4 is smaller than 5/4. So we're just going to write 3/4 right over here. So we're going to write 3/4. And we know that 5/4 is bigger than 3/4. So 5/4 goes right next to the 3/4. And now we know that 1/4, -1/4 is bigger than -2/4. So we're going to write -1/4 right over here. And we also know that -2/4 is smaller than -1/4. So -2/4 goes right over here. So we filled out this number line too. Now we have to find equivalent numbers, equivalent fractions. Question 4 is, are these numbers equivalent? So we have 1/2 and 2/4. 1/2 and 2/4. So to know that, we need to have common denominators. So we're going to have to write it side by side. 1/2, is it equal or not equal to 2/4? So the least common multiple of 2 and 4 is 4. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4, and 1 times 2 is equal to 2. Remember, an important rule of finding common multiples of common denominators of fractions is whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So now we have 2 over 4 and is equal to 2 over 4. So these are equivalent. So we're going to write a check mark right over here. Let's go to the next question. So we're just going to write down 7/8 and 8/9. Is it equal or not equal to 8/9? So let's write it side by side. Is 7/8 equal or not equal to 8/9? So first we're going to have to find a common denominators. So the denominators are 8 and 9. And the common multiple of 8 and 9 is 72. That is the least common multiple of 8 and 9. 8 times 9 is 72, and 7 times 9 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72, and 8 times 8 is 64. Sorry, these are wrong. There we go. Now we have to multiply these numbers, and we have to write the new numbers, the new fractions. 7 times 9 is 63. So 63 over 8 times 9 is 72. 63 over 72. And the second fraction is 8 times 9 is 64. So 64 over 9 times 8. 9 times 8 is 72. These are not equal because 63 is not equal to 64. So the answer to this is no. Now we're in our last problem. Question 6 is, are these numbers equivalent? So let's just write them down. 3/4. Is it equal or not equal to 9/12? The least common denominator, or the least common multiple of 4 and 12 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. So let's just write the new fractions down. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. So this is 9 over 12, and 9 over 12 is equal to 9 over 12. So these are equivalent. So it's a check mark. All right, guys, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to SS Multimedia. Thanks for watching. Bye.